Hey everyone, it's Matt here.
How's it going, everybody? This is your friend Will. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm rocking my Fintelics t-shirt, and for all your startup founders out there, okay, don't be ashamed of promoting your own company, okay? You got to build that brand awareness. You got to hustle, you know what I'm saying? And also, notice how we got this elevating table? That's right, we're getting better and better because you deserve better viewing experience, which is all more reason why you should subscribe to this channel. Anyways, enough of this shameless self-advertisement. Matthew, let's get started.
Welcome back to another episode of Savants Tech Talk.
Today, we're going to talk about a topic that makes a lot of developers worried about their jobs.
Quick pause right here. Are you a passionate software developer looking to hustle and advance your career in the tech industry? Then you should subscribe to this YouTube channel for all of the latest tips, insights, and advice in the tech industry.
Now, you may remember this one day, you open up your laptop, you look at the latest news in your favorite tech blog, and then you see this article about something called Deep Type 9. It's a plugin to IDE that allows you to write program with autocomplete. It's built on top of a model created by the OpenAI organization called GPT-3, written by some student from Waterloo. And I just want to say, as a University of Toronto graduate, I'm very salty. Waterloo people has been taking our jobs, taking our funding for startup from investors, taking our chances at succeeding in life. Man, I wish I went to Waterloo. But anyways, I digress. Having seen this news, you understand and are probably very impressed about how powerful it is and how it can help you to write a program. Well, it is nothing comparing to the OpenAI's newest release of GPT-3, which is really getting on a lot of developers' nerves. Because not only it is able to help you write code, it can create code just by typing in plain English. Could this erase the need for software developers in general? Are you having an existential crisis? We're about to talk about this in this video.
Currently in beta testing, GPT-3 is essentially a text predictor on a massive scale. In fact, it has over 175 billion parameters. In comparison, the second largest would be Microsoft's Turing NLG at 17 billion. At a high level, this works by taking input from submitted text and provides the statistically most probable answer based on data collected from the internet. The use cases of GPT-3 are really only limited by your imagination. Not only can it generate lines of code like a React code for a fully functional app, for example, but it can also write almost human levels work in fictional stories, poetry, and even articles. It's also capable of translation, unscrambling words, answering questions, etc., etc. As we mentioned, it's really only limited by your imagination. So we might start using it to start putting out our tweets.
Wow, can you imagine that? Microsoft is second to it, and it has 1/10 of the parameters. And it's named after the greatest computer scientist of all time, Turing. So I don't know what you should call this. I don't know, like Turing times 10? But anyways, needless to say, it is a very powerful tool. But in order to achieve mass adoption, there's still a long way to go. It's still a long process from building up the technology to fine-tuning it, productize it, and push it out to the end user. If you are a software engineer, you know very well when a bleeding technology comes out versus when it actually gets productized. I can't count how many times I have heard about someone bringing up that some company out there has achieved quantum supremacy. But we haven't seen any quantum computers in our household. That is an example of what I just talked about.
As amazing as this sounds, it isn't perfect. GPT-3 has one key weakness, and that weakness is that it doesn't possess real common sense. As Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, said himself, the GPT-3 hype is way too much. It's impressive, but it still has serious weaknesses and sometimes makes very silly mistakes. AI is going to change the world, but GPT-3 is just a very early glimpse.
It's one thing to hear us talk about it, but it's something entirely different when the CEO himself criticizes it for the same reason. That pretty much sums it all up. It's nice and shiny, but it's not ready for production yet. However, at the current speed of innovation, it's really hard to say when it can be of real value to the world. And the developers out there who are worried about their job security, worry no more. Because at the end of the day, there's so much more to software engineering than just writing code. You need to pay attention to design, scalability, cost optimization, security, communication, and leadership skills. But instead, the GPT-3 will likely benefit you. Just think about how many hours you spend every day searching for sample code on Stack Overflow. You can really automate that process just by typing in plain English. And GPT-3 will spit out the code that is relevant to the problems that you're trying to solve. And then you can fine-tune it, and then you can modify it to help satisfy the specifications that you were given. So you see, it is really here to help you and benefit you.
So there you have it. Do you think GPT-3 is going to change the AI industry or even the world? Or do you think it's all just type and is going to blow over quickly? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe for more content.
That's right. Subscribe to this channel and we'll have more interesting content. As I mentioned earlier, our quality is getting better and better. We'll only go up and not go down. At least that's figurative speech. At least figuratively. Not physically though. But anyway, see you guys. Stay safe.